Yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Here we go. Just gotta read up on some information what I wrote. These are really playing good deals understanding the world outside the testable knowledge. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm gonna do something kind of weird. I'm talking about my middle part of my explanation of atheism, or what I would consider or talk about or explain as humanistic atheism. Not not to be confused with secular humanism, but humanistic atheism. And this is just my way of pretty much interpreting and saying that a type of atheism that has a certain perspective. And I'm making these large categories which can explain a large amount of atheists, at least on YouTube. And this is the type of atheist that generally connects the idea of God with the connection of our century ago, ancestors that did not have the ability to test and qualify or quantify certain understandings, certain aspects of our universe, and that they equated it to God. And since they equated to God, that the people now within our modern day age have such a romanticized version and understanding of this interpretation that these people had of God, to which science can now disprove or replace, that these people just are so romanticized over this idea that they do not see the modern day version, which is science and rationality and logic, and this is what I call humanistic atheism. And there's a huge problem with it because of the fact that God is a concept that, all right, how can I put this? That when we talk about God, God is not that. I mean, if you talk about anybody that's actually done any real questioning of God, you'll find them saying that God is not the anti-science. God is everything. God is something that has an obvious connection with us that's deeper than just our scientific understanding, or could be connected with our scientific understanding. But because science progresses, it doesn't mean God gets pushed out more and more and more. But a lot of atheistic or humanistic atheists believe that God gets pushed out by this scientific understanding, so on and so forth. It's because of the fact that that's their viewpoint, that's their understanding of it. And the one previous to that is humanistic atheism. I know animalistic atheism. And this is the type of atheism that I can poetically put in. I've poetically actually determined and presented as atheists that believe that God is a concept that has been created by humanity. And this understanding that God is a concept created by humanity. You can tell these people, at least on YouTube, by the people that talk about, like, yeah, they constantly relate God to Santa Claus or the spaghetti monster or this and fucking that. It's because of the fact that they think that God is on a level of just pure fucking fiction. And it's a pure fictional understanding that has been created by humanity, and that people that go to churches and worship a deity or worship God or care or even have the notion of thinking about God are just weak-minded people that do not understand that their fixation on a fictional character because of the fact that they are just too weak-minded to have any level of reinterpretation of their own fucking understanding. And that's what I call animalistic atheists. And honestly, even that is just fucking stupid as shit. And the third one is authoritative atheist, which I think I could probably best describe as TJ. And I think I'm probably going to be a little more. I haven't really thought a lot about it, but I just came to humanistic atheism today. So this is something I'm still probably going to critique on and change a little bit. But that the level of thought process, that with all the information, that there's actually never been any proof of God or proof to which is actually tangible in order to actually say that yes, we can understand that there is or isn't a God, and there's more proof that there isn't a God. So that with all the confounding proofs, so on and so forth, all the compounding research that there probably isn't a God, and that's authoritative atheism. I really probably should think about that more before I say anything, but I'm just gonna go to the level of what I consider atheism. Atheism is a point and position to which, at least the general understanding perception of most atheists is that our level of sentience, our sentience to a large degree, is the best form or the best understanding, the best viewing point, the best looking glass that we can come to an understanding about the universe around us. That our sentience is the be all end all answer to interpret the universe. And that anything outside of that level of understanding is just fictional or delusional or has lack of belief or lack of logical or critical thinking involved with it. And that because that all those things are true, at least from an atheist point of view, right? Since all those things are true from an atheist point of view, that anybody that does not believe in atheism is obviously lacking to a large degree in their represented thought or their reflective thought. I'll say it like that. And that because of that, that atheism obviously has a certain ability to gather smarter people because of the fact these people obviously, disconnected themselves from the religious aspect, the spiritual aspects, and the imaginary aspects. And because these people can do that, that they can call themselves atheists automatically makes them smarter. But even more than that, like I said, that most atheists, like I'll say it like this, an atheist God is their own sentience. That's what the atheist God is, their own sentience. And yeah, it's problematic to actually think like that because theistic ideas, theistic understandings, the belief in God, if you look at the Bible, it generally deals with shit that's outside of our sentience, outside of our level of fucking comprehension. No one in this fucking world can say for a motherfucking fact, that the Earth started on that day. Because we weren't fucking there. So everything that we know is just interpretable. I'm not a creationist. Trust me, I'm not a fucking creationist. I believe in evolution. I believe in a lot of fucking scientific research. If it's scientific, I'm just like, fuck it. Yeah, how can I argue with it? But what we can understand is only based off the group research that has been connected with us. And the thing about theism, the thing about this understanding of God, this understanding of a deeper connection with this fucking universe that has not the ability to be interpreted because of the fact that we are limited within our own understanding. That's what God kind of is. That's kind of where God is. And people may say that, yeah, that's easy because you're just saying that God is outside your level of comprehensible. No, not comprehensible. Comprehensible. It's outside your level. God damn it. God is outside your level. Fuck. I was going to probably be grammatically incorrect. God is outside your level of comprehensive sentience. Or that your sentience is not... God is outside your level... God is outside the level to which your sentience can comprehend. There we go. Fucking Christ, it took way too long. That God is outside the level of my sentience, that my sentience can comprehend it. Because God is outside my level of sentience can comprehend that God is obviously imaginary and putting God on a place or in a place that is untestable and unknowable. But if you look at the Bible, the Quran, even fucking Judaism, that's where God stays. It's like saying that, yes, I am a sentient fucking being. I understand, I think, I react, I act. I can have a connection with people, I have a social connection with people, I have a spiritual connection with people, and God is still outside of all of that shit. That's like, yeah, you did something fucking wrong or you did something right. God is outside our level of comprehensible sentience. There we go. I blame it on the alcohol. And yeah, I'm probably saying I feel like I'm making a bad freaking a bad defense of theism. I was gonna say something else, but yeah, I'm kind of tired and a little bit drunk. But yeah, atheism. Shit, I'm just gonna say atheism is this understanding of self-sentience and that sentience, because we're all fucking sentient, the people again that don't realize that their own level of sentience don't really interpret their own sentience to actually exclude God within their own level of sentience. They're just fucking stupid or unwilling to actually have a level of critical thought about their ideas and their understanding. And again, God is not that. God is, if you believe in God, if you really actually have any level of deep questioning of God, you have to realize that, fucking Christ, I'm limited. And I'm going to end with this. To try to completely understand God, or try to interpret God, to really come to a level of conclusion, a real understanding of God, would be as hard as trying to imagine the entire universe actually, kind of right. So think about that. Any atheist out there, can you imagine the entire fucking universe? The entire fucking universe, all the galaxies. If you know all the galaxies, imagine all the galaxies. Imagine all the stars. And imagine your level of minuscule existence in the entirety of the whole fucking thing. And imagine your motherfucking mind. And When you get to that thought, then you can go to the point of thinking, yeah, you can get to the point of actually understanding how God fucking interacts and works with us. Because that's how fucking hard it is. If we really want to have a discussion on God, talking about how God can be interpreted and understood and has to have a certain level of scrutiny to which so many atheists believe, think about the universe. Imagine the fucking universe first. Or imagine half the fucking universe. Okay, imagine half the fucking universe and then think about God. Okay? Because that's how fucking hard it is. It's not a fucking easy task. But atheists want to make it on the stupid ass fucking level of humanity. Atheists want God to be as simple as their fucking limited understanding of God. It's like, don't come to me with any ideas that may possibly mean anything. Like Spinoza's God. You know, don't talk to me about how God exists with us constantly. You know, like God, see, like right here. Don't talk to me about how I'm moving through God right now. Don't talk to me about that. How God's right fucking here. That God allows me and is here with me constantly because I can do this. Don't talk to me about that because that's the universe. Well, if you must be a pantheist, and pantheists, you know, like Zongris put it, which is stupid as shit. You know, you're just dressing up a Barbie doll like Batman. No! No, I'm not dressing up a Barbie doll like Batman. To understand God as an existence which is constantly around me, that constantly allows me to fucking exist, is fucking beautiful. That God is fucking all around us. And I really didn't want to actually go there. That was one of the few things I did want to keep to myself. But yes, to think about God on that fucking level, that God is this fucking keyboard, that God is outside my hand, and literally right there, that movement right there, that was all God right there, all God right there, right here, that's all fucking God. But no, it doesn't make any sense to people to think of God that fucking awesome. That God is that fucking awesome. Does it make sense to people? Oh my God, it's scary. I love to see an atheist actually try and really understand what the fuck I just said, what I was fucking talking about, and then try to talk shit and degradate it. Love to hear it. Anytime you guys want to. I'm right here. I might actually take this video down because of the fact that I really don't want to talk about stuff like that. And I kind of did say that I was never going to talk about it, but I'll leave it up for like 34 days. Yeah. If you guys understand what I'm saying, thumbs up. I might keep it up. I don't know, though. Anyways, good video, dude. I just want to talk about that. Atheism, my perspective of atheism, and all that other jazz. Alright, deuces. Peace out, bitches. Bitches and the riches. And cheers. Cheers.